Because
it
it's so
as if I'm a fucking
soft.
marshmallow.
No, like inside there's a marshmallow, but it's like a good way, in a good way.
Hi everyone, my name is Philip Wang. Welcome to Spill the Boba Tea, a show where I get to invite special guests over to Bopomofo Cafe to make a drink that's based on my guest's life and career. Now today's episode is very unique, not because we have two guests, which we've done before, and not because those two guests are family members, which we've also done before, but our guests today are actually siblings. These two are incredibly talented artists and actors who you know from Netflix's hit show, XO Kitty. Season 2 just came out. Please welcome to the show, Jia Kim and Sang-Hun Lee.
Hi.
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 Welcome. It is so wonderful having you guys here. Like I said, we've never had siblings before, but what's even crazier is that it's siblings that are on the same show. That's wild. But we had Anna here a couple years ago for season 1. Season 2 just came out, so it makes sense to have two guests. There's gonna be a lot of ingredients, so there's a lot to get through,
Yay,
okay?
I'm excited.
So we're just gonna jump right in.
Yeah.
Our first two ingredients are chocolate kisses and vanilla foam. Why do we have these ingredients?
Kisses? Oh, XO Kiss? XO?
The school.
Oh, Kiss.
That too.
Yes, Kiss.
EXO, the school kiss. There's a lot of kisses that didn't happen in the show as well. A lot of very close calls.
As well as the ones that happened.
And the ones that happened. And then I brought the foam here because the cliffhanger ends up in the air
Oh my gosh.
in an airplane. So someone we're in the clouds here.
I was like,
okay.
what can
I
that phone be?
I see, okay.
You guys both went to international school.
Yeah.
And KISS is an international school in the show as well. What is similar to the actual experience of going to international school compared to KISS, and what is totally different?
Well, similarity is obviously just classmates from all over the world, and no one's really in their home element. Well, it's for us actually, because we were in Hong Kong.
Because you guys are 4 years apart, so you guys never were in the same school together.
No.
You're there for high school, he's there for middle
Right.
school.
In Hong Kong, like we're in the same school for the whole
you're right, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ESF schools too.
Except I didn't go to her school because her school was boring.
What about the biggest differences?
I didn't see any classmates flying across the world for their partner.
Okay.
Really? I actually have.
In high school.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I mean, obviously there were some kids where they were well off, and then we hear that we're like, why?
Were there dorm situations? Because
No.
okay, so that's
Actually,
definitely
that's
just the show.
the one part. That
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Our next ingredients are specific to your characters. Yuri is kind of a queen bee in the school. So here we have some honey.
Oh.
All right, so we're gonna sweeten your drink with honey because Queen Bee gets all the honey. Minho was really into skincare.
Oh.
So we have some aloe.
Okay.
Definitely have to talk about, you guys' characters. So much has happened in the first season. But first I gotta know, because obviously, we wanna get to know you a little bit better. What are the biggest differences between you and your characters?
Maybe we should do each other's.
Oh, interesting, okay.
Yeah.
It could be
From an
more
outsider.
subjective,
More
I guess.
objective, yeah.
Wow, I like
Yeah.
it. Okay, yeah,
Well,
I like that.
with Sang-Han, I mean, there are definitely similarities in the fact that they're both very charming. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm not being sarcastic
Wait,
here.
she's giving you a compliment.
like-
Such
he's
a little
like-
brother immediately like, what the F are you saying? She gave you a compliment.
What's she gonna say next?
Oh, she's setting it up.
That's what I'm
Yeah. Build him up to
I'll
bring
start
him
with the
down.
bad things. though.
Okay.
No. They're both very charming.
Yeah.
People immediately just like open up to them. And then I think that the main difference, he's not as picky with his skincare in real life as the
Okay.
character is.
He's
like,
kind of acting like Minho right now. a little bit. To you specifically.
Right,
Just gonna put that out there. Okay, yeah.
right. I don't know. I think Minho's supposed to be kind of a playboy kind of character.
And you're sure he's not?
I really am not.
I don't think so. I've seen him with his
I-
partners before, or like heard him talk to them on the phone and things. I'm like, who are you? Like in a good way, because you are a sweet guy.
Okay, let's
you
not
know?
be.
I'm like, why do I never get a version of that? You know? No, but he's like sweet in other ways to me. But
Let's not go into
This is a cry for help right
those
now.
are the those are like the differences and similarities, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that at least the skincare, like maybe not so much, but the skincare is skincaring right now. Like, it looks good.
Skincare. It is caring.
Thank you.
All right, your turn. Now you get to, give your critique.
I feel like you're in the character She can be messy and she might feel like she's trying to organize things, but she really is making more of a mess.
Okay.
And sometimes she's very sassy with things, and she would sometimes just not control her emotions a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And she comes out as a very, maybe a mean queen bee
Yeah,
to some
yeah,
people, but reality is she was never a queen. No, I'm joking. No, I mean, I would say she was never mean to people. I think she's probably one of the nicest people I know.
Oh, see, these are why the interviews are good because it gets them to like say these things. Yeah.
But I don't like to say this because sometimes, not in a way where I don't like to admit it. It's more like I don't like to say this because then I don't like people taking advantage of it.
Oh yeah.
And then shut up. And then like people think, oh, she's nice, and then like they might meet her, and then they're expecting her to be all like bubbly and nice, but then sometimes she could be human, she could be real. So that's what I'd rather
Defensive
not
brother,
say.
like that's like a
I
very
know,
brotherly
he is
thing.
very protective.
Yeah,
I mean,
a protective brother. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
really,
yeah.
But as a younger brother too, it's like very, very sweet. Because I'm a younger brother too, so like a lot of the stuff that you're saying
Yeah,
in
yeah,
earlier
yeah.
chat, I was like, I get you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the older sibling, especially older. I have an older sister too. So it's like there's some things, but that's really sweet. Even though there's differences, kind of reality and fiction is kind of coming together because you're like this social media star in the show, and it's kind of happened in real life now. Like, do you feel like the worlds are colliding a little bit, or do you feel like it's actually like you're handling it a little differently?
I mean, I do think that life imitates art always, and I feel like characters always find you at the right time and place. So I feel like Yuri came to me when I needed her, and Minho came to him when he needed him. So I feel like in a way they do have to collide in some
Right.
way. It makes sense that it does.
So it came to him when he needed to become a playboy. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
that's what I was gonna say. If you haven't seen my reaction when you just said that, I was doing this. I was like,
I was like,
She's like, it came to me right when I was supposed to become a star. Yes, it was perfect.
like- I was
and
like-
for him to be this asshole.
I was like, wait a minute.
no,
like,
but Minho also has one of the similarities I think Minho and Sangwon, or I didn't mention earlier, is that they have a very soft heart that they try to
time and
that they try to cover up, because it's so soft that they have like a
What are you
like
saying?
a layer.
I feel like getting worse. Like,
What do you mean? Like because
say it
it's
as
so
if I'm a
soft.
fucking marshmallow.
No, like inside there's a marshmallow, but it's like a good way, in a good way,
it was good
It's
telling
feel
a
it.
marshmallow,
Yeah.
but then it's like
I
very
feel that.
kind and soft. It's like very kind and soft, and then they try to kind of hide it with like all the jokes and the persona that they have. But then you can see it with Kitty, like Minho and Kitty having those romantic moments and how he like comforts her when she's down.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
All I'm hearing from him is like, I was gonna say Jia, which is older sister. Man. Jia, you're killing my game right now. There's lots of fans that are gonna be watching this.
Wait, no,
But I feel
girls
but
like
honestly,
it.
yeah,
Girls
it's
like
helping.
that.
Yeah,
Girls like that.
That's
What are
the
you
real.
talking
That's the real
about?
advice because she's setting you up actually.
yeah,
the way that girls
love marshmallow, right? Yeah.
I mean, hey, read the comments after this, and you'll get
We love.
you'll get the confirmation.
Yes,
Shut-
yes.
shush.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, on the flip side, you're also this social media star now. You're becoming this celebrity. Is that uncomfortable for you? Like when you first read the script, you're like, oh, I can play this more as like a fantasy character. Now, like you're living it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your
Can
turn.
I
Yeah.
answer this?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like this is also the difference between Yuri and Gia is where Yuri is more of the whole like going shopping, she loves the fashion, she loves anything social, right? And the bright thing, which Gia is definitely bright considering what she's doing. But like she's definitely a nature person.
Yeah.
She loves nature, and there were things where she was trying to like be all peaceful, and it pisses me off sometimes because like it's like, when we used to live together in LA, sometimes when I visit her, she would play these weird sounds or like smells of sage when I'm still sleeping. I'm like, what
And I
what's
lived in
going
a
on here?
studio
Like,
at the time.
Why do you think you're
so-
sleeping so well?
no, I woke up from that temple like vibe. I was like, what's going on here? I was
This is
dreaming.
supposed to make me zen.
Yeah, but yeah, she's
Yeah.
very all that peacefulness. She loves that sort of stuff. Yeah.
You mentioned earlier that Yuri likes all the pretty pink things. Well, we have some pink milk here.
Is that a fancy way of you saying strawberry milk?
Well,
Pink
no,
milk.
but it's actual strawberry. It's real strawberry. It's not like
That's
fake
good.
like coloring. It's like
I love that.
All right, for Minho, there's a nickname for your character, Minnie.
Okay.
Whether you like it or not, that's what they're saying.
Minnie, I'm here.
And we have some mini boba.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
They're
Inspired
so
by
cute.
Minho, all right? A little mini boba, all right?
Okay.
Sunghan, so your character went through a lot of changes through the season. Went from like this mean guy that did not like Kitty to the very last second revealing that he had fallen in love with her. The show ended up on so many cliffhangers. What can we expect out of season 2?
I would say new faces, meaning new drama and new love.
Most of the time shows have like love triangles. You guys have a love rhombus quadrilateral like
know.
polygon going on like
know.
this. And you guys are actually on the opposite sides of it, which is even more crazy.
Well, first of all, I would say it's more clean for season 2.
I've seen like the fan vids, you know, the fan edits for you. Like, why do you feel like people gravitate towards Minho so much? This bad
I
boy.
would definitely want to question that, Mike.
Oh, really?
But
Because as Gia said, shouldn't they like marshmallows? But apparently they like this bad boy.
Because I think as teens, in those formative years, I
Yeah.
think that we do tend to gravitate towards more of a bad boy type of, you know.
It's his confidence, I feel like. It's that
Yeah,
confidence.
yeah, I think there it is.
charm, the
Minho's
confidence.
confidence
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
has a lot going on screen, whereas me, I'm like, oh god.
Oh, no. I mean, oh yeah, you're trying to hide it right now. He's trying to hide it in this big baggy jacket. We've seen the pictures of what's underneath that sweater.
What's going on, dude?
Okay? We do our research here.
All right, fair enough.
All right?
So funny.
But Gia, for Yuri, I mean, your character also had an incredible arc. Yuri came out as being gay, and you mentioned in previous interviews of how you could find a lot of a connection to that character because of your own experiences, kind of trying to balance between, you know, two different identities.
When I saw her as a character description, I thought that she was very far away from me, like as a person, and I was like, oh, she's very different from me. It was my like instant reaction.
Yeah.
But then obviously as an actor, once I landed the role, fortunately, I had to find a crossover because I have to start from somewhere. I have to start from me and something I can relate to. And then I try to find, okay, what are the core personalities that match? And also I grew up bumping with my parents, especially my mom, so much. Like I think the mother-daughter relationship is so unique in that sense. And I mean, Sang-won can testify to this too. Like we had so much growing curve in our relationship because she, I mean, obviously she was so caring and loving and she wanted the best for both of us, but I also had like my rebellious side as well. So I really resonated with that with Yuri. And you know, we kind of talked about this being the firstborn daughter in an Asian household has its own expectations from the parents. That was also something that Yuri was struggling with, is like being the daughter of this wealthy family with a lot of eyes on them. She feels pressured to conform to all these standards that are not her.
Right.
Those are the things that resonated as well.
Really great to see this type of relationship like portrayed and depicted on screen. A lot of people can relate to it, so yeah, that's really amazing. We're gonna take it a little bit further back, away from the show, and I kind of want to take it back to your guys' hometowns, or where you guys grew up. We have right here a shot of espresso, because Gia, you mentioned that you love Americanos.
Oh, okay.
which has somehow, in a weird joke, like, that's the drink of Korea.
Yeah.
This very Italian thing.
Yes.
So we have some espresso for you.
Okay.
For Sang-hun, we have this mango nectar because we know you guys love mango desserts.
Yes.
You guys have said that you're like third culture kids. Can you explain to people that don't know what that means?
Basically, people or kids who grow up in an environment that's not necessarily their home of origin, and then they find that wherever they are, that's like a third culture in even that country as well. It becomes its own third culture in that area.
You guys are such an international background even before you guys, you know, hit 20. Korea, Hong Kong, you went to China, you were in the UK, Denmark.
I think we're very lucky to experience that when we were young and growing up into different cultures, because that's when we are now, where we can accept people's culture quite easily.
Yeah.
I think third cultural kids, in this case, we are great at adapting to any environment we're thrown in. We belong everywhere, but we also belong nowhere. It's never a disadvantage for us, it's more of an excitement for us. Oh, it's like, oh, like I've done this before, let's do it again. Like,
I have to ask though, because your accent is like British.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah. Well, whilst I was living in England for like university, that's when you eat, sleep, and drink with them, and then just
Yeah,
like.
and he was like the only Asian kid in town.
I was, yeah.
Also, where he went to school.
I remember some guy who was like taking a photo of me. I was like, "What was that?" He was like, "I never met a Korean before." I was like, "Oh, is it?"
That's crazy.
to the point that his best mate's nickname for him was Korea.
Korea, yeah.
It's very, clear
Yeah,
and direct.
But nowadays, obviously, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
it's never racist.
Yeah, it was
It's always like
yeah,
a,
of
it's always like a
course, of
banter
course.
thing. Like,
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
like as much as like there were English people
Yeah,
coming up
Brit
to me.
1, Brit 2, Brit 3. You should fire back with that.
yeah,
But actually, wait, why did the British one like stick with you so much? Whereas
Well, I mean, I
Phrygia-
was always a fan of accents in general. Like, if I hear a new accent, like from Scotland or in parts of England where there's some really deep ones, but like Liverpool, like Scouse accents, like so even in Korea, like different parts of Korea, I think I just love the way how they say their whole lingua, right? But it just sticks with me.
When you started getting interest into acting, your sister got you this audition for XO Kitty. She sent it to you.
Yeah.
So was there inspiration from your own sister pursuing it as well? How did like this interest for both of you guys come up?
Actually, he started pursuing acting.
I started that sort of dream or path just separately. We just went our own ways, except we didn't really talk about it too much together.
Wild. Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, because I knew that obviously as a firstborn,
Yeah.
like when she wanted to become something else towards the artist industry, that's when our parents would be like, no. And then when I said, they're like, why not? We already got one good one, right? Back then, they even supported me. Like, I think I properly pursued it as I had this meeting with my career counselor in high school, and my career counselor was like saying, so what do you want to do? I was like, back then I was really into dancing, so I was like, I want to be a dancer. And then she was like, no, let's try something else. I was like, wow, okay then.
Shut it down quick.
Yeah, she really did. But then she was like, what else do you want? I was like, I like to watch films. And she's like, why don't you become a movie critic or something, a film critic? And I was like, well, that's a shitty one. But at the same time, I thought, I don't want to be losing something I love by a job. So that's why I thought, you know what, let's just be someone in the film and I will still be able to enjoy films.
Yeah.
And then that's how it started.
Right.
Acting was never something I wanted to do. I wanted to be a film director.
okay.
I loved film as well. So
You're
we
also
both
a reporter
loved
for a
film.
little bit too, journalist.
Yeah. So I love storytelling in general, I guess, and I love behind the scenes work too. I love writing, I love shooting, I love editing. So I think all of that, and then somehow I ended up in front of the camera as a reporter first, and then as an actor, I guess, which I never saw coming, but here we are.
The story of you guys coming together for like this audition and getting cast separately, and then not telling the casting director until the very last second because you needed to make sure that they wouldn't cast you as love interest.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Right. That's fate right there.
sort of a bit of a gamble. Wasn't it?
I want to play a little bit of a game right now because there's been a lot of like camaraderie here, a little bit of arguing. But
Why are you pointing towards me though? Was it like...
little brother, I'm with you, but I'm older too, so I also understand.
All right.
All right, we're gonna play a little sibling rivalry game, all right? I'm just gonna 5 simple questions. You guys get to debate who is more of which or what, okay?
Okay.
Who is mom's favorite?
Me, yeah.
All right, there's no argument
But
there.
here's the thing, like, I can definitely explain this in such a simple manner. Like, she doesn't listen.
Oh, wow.
That's not it. That's
Here we
not
go.
it.
Like, for example, right? So, if our mum would say, clean our room, I am the type where I already learned that if I don't clean my room now, she's gonna go ape shit. So I do it straight away, and I've been educated by that from her.
Are you sure it's not because like, she babies you? And
No,
she's like,
but
if
then,
you're a little late, it's
but
okay.
here's the thing. Since she's the older sister, I used to be like, I'll do whatever she does, right? And now I realize every time she is not like, let's just say cleaning her room and she doesn't, and like when our mother says it, she gets heated on, and then the heat comes on to me. That's when I realize I should not be in the same train as her. This train is about to crash. Like, I should get off this train before it gets heated up.
Who is the better cook?
Oh, that's easy.
Oh,
that's weird.
okay. No argument there.
Yeah, no argument.
All right.
I'm not ambitious in that.
Okay, all right.
Fair enough, yeah.
What's the best thing she's ever made?
I would say avocado toast.
Who is the better driver?
Oh no,
Okay.
I don't enjoy it.
Do you ever have to give him rides?
A lot of the times. I always ask her.
Oh, that's like the worst thing for someone. Like, can you pick me up? Whose Korean is better?
I would say yeah.
Who would actually be a better match for Kitty? Like your own personalities for the Kitty personality. Let's do
Oh,
this.
yeah,
Let's
I
all do
think-
this.
oh,
Not for
oh.
Anna. Not for Anna.
Right.
Your
personalities.
personal personalities
Right.
in high school for Kitty. Let's do that. Let's make it all age appropriate.
Oh,
High
in high school then I think it's
Me.
yeah.
Yeah?
I was a loser, man. Like
No, you weren't?
yeah.
What are you talking about?
I
You were
didn't-
popular in middle school.
I was popular because I was getting bullied because like
Oh.
Wait, what did you say? Wait, I was popular because I was getting bullied?
you know what that means, right? You know that one group where everyone bullies that one kid, everyone
So people felt sorry for you.
so everyone knew that oh he's the one who gets shit on. Like
And then just everyone rallied behind you. All right, okay. So last component before we wrap up, it is Pop Rocks because I know Tangun likes to rock climb.
oh okay.
This is for rock climbing.
What are pop rocks?
You never had Pop Rocks?
No.
Oh my God, we're about to blow your mind.
Okay.
I feel like
Okay,
we have
just-
something similar in Korea.
Pour a little bit into your hand or grab some and then put on your tongue.
Oh, it's the one that pops.
Yeah, Pop Rocks.
Oh, I see.
No, don't shoot. Just let it like.
We
on
have
your-
this in Korea, remember?
yeah, I
it
know
just
what
looks
it is.
different. It just looks different.
So you like rock climbing, and you are like a yoga instructor now, or like you're a
Certified,
You're
yes,
a certified, and you love mindfulness. You love good energy. So we brought some sage.
Wait, how are you gonna put this into the drink?
So no, this is just for the vibes. This is just the as we make the drink. I
Yeah.
want there to be good energy.
See, that's the shit I smell in
He's
the
like,
morning.
please don't do this. I just want to ask like. Each other's interests. Clearly, you don't like this whole thing that she does. But do you like yoga? Do you like rock climbing? Have you guys tried each other's hobbies?
I've tried it.
Okay.
I've definitely
You've never tried
no,
yoga.
I've definitely not tried yoga.
Well, because it's always apparently only at 6 a.m.
it's just quite extremely different, isn't it? Like one is extreme sports where your adrenaline is running, whereas yoga is like
Peaceful.
No, people have that's a stereotype.
misconception,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
a misconception. Yoga, you sweat it
no.
out.
But what I'm saying, does
I
your
don't think he's saying it's not
like
physically.
does your adrenaline run?
Right.
No,
No, you're
it's
like
for different
adrenaline.
purposes.
Yeah,
You feel the
yeah.
fight or flight fit.
For
like,
it's for the mindfulness.
yeah, the height and everything. It's just different.
How is she at rock climbing though?
She was horrible.
Yeah, it's definitely not born to be rock climber at all.
I wasn't born to be a rock.
All right. Different interest here, but the acting thing is where it crosses over.
Yes.
All right, guys, are you guys ready to make this drink?
Go on.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna do something really special here because we got a special cup for you guys.
So we're making it ourselves.
You're gonna make it. We're gonna make it together. All right.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So we have this special cup that has 2 sections. So
That's so
one,
cool.
so Gia's drink is going to be here, and Tangun's drink is going to be here. All right. But together as one because you guys are siblings. So it's
And
like
it's a heart.
And it's a
I love
heart.
that.
because you guys love each other.
And it's like yin and yang.
right. There's so much love. All right, you guys ready? Let's do it.
So lovely.
Let the negative energy out
Okay.
somewhere.
How's the
so-
negative energy out?
Oh,
Okay,
it's all in
Yeah.
here,
So
like-
get out.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead, take a sip. if you want.
Damn, yo, wait, let's have a sip.
They're going right in.
Ooh.
Is it me or do I prefer the syrup now? I mean, I'm not a huge foam guy anyways, but
Okay. Okay, you want a little bit. Wait. This is so sad, dude.
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
If you squeeze, the chocolate's gonna break.
Raw, is it?
Oh, you can see it.
You can see it breaking through,
Oh my
right?
God, that's so cool.
Before we do this, we gotta name it.
Ah.
We gotta name it. I feel like this should be the sibling drink, though.
Yeah, sibling nibbling. Sibling nibble.
No.
Sibling sips.
Sibling sips.
The sibling
I like
sips.
that one.
Sibs, that's a good name.
Sibs. Sip.
Sib,
Sip,
sip.
sip.
We did it, guys.
Sib.
Wow.
Gia and Tangun's sib sips.
Sib, sibs.
I love that.
Hey,
I
I love
that.
how that came so organically.
Wow,
That was fantastic.
Wow. Cheers.
Together,
cheers.
Congratulations. All right, let's take a sip.
You go ahead.
All right, which side? Yeah, which one are we doing first? Oh, did you mix it? You gotta mix the
I
espresso
did.
in there.
Oh, that's really good.
Yo, that poppin'.
Can I try yours?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's actually really nice, isn't it?
Chewy and the poppy.
Look.
That's so good.
When you guys come together, you guys
yeah.
make something so wonderful. So
I
you know, keep showing that love, that brotherly and sisterly love to each other.
Thank you.
Maybe not too much, but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
At least for the
We'll
drink.
try. We'll try.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for coming on the show and visiting.
you.
You have a mouthful.
That's good, yeah.
To Gia and Tangun's Sib Sips.
Yes.
Sib Sips.
Yes.
I love
yes,
it.
yes.
Cheers. Congratulations
Cheers.
again.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
EXO Kitty season 2 out right now on Netflix. Go check it out. Thank y'all.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you.